Across the United States, something unexpected is happening inside factories, data centers, retail chains, office buildings, and even small local businesses. For the first time in years, energy bills are becoming one of the most closely watched expenses in corporate America. Not salaries, not rents, not taxes, electricity, power, heat, cooling. Companies are analyzing every kilowatt the same way they once analyzed every dollar of labor. And that shift is reshaping how businesses operate, invest, and plan for the future. Rising energy costs aren't just a temporary annoyance, they're becoming a long-term structural challenge. Utility companies across the country are facing higher infrastructure costs. The grid is under more strain than ever. Demand for electricity is rising sharply, and extreme weather events are creating unpredictable spikes. At the same time, businesses are expanding data usage, automation, robotics, and digital operations, all of which require more power, not less. The result is a new reality. American companies can't simply accept energy costs. They have to strategize around them. The first major shift is happening inside large facilities. Manufacturers, warehouses, and distribution centers are switching to high-efficiency lighting, climate systems, motors, and automation tools that consume far less electricity. These upgrades aren't just about sustainability. They're about survival. When electricity prices climb even a few percent, large facilities feel it instantly. And companies that delay improvements end up paying far more than they would have if they upgraded early. Next, businesses are investing in smarter energy management systems. These systems analyze real-time consumption, detect waste, and adjust usage depending on demand. Instead of lights, HVAC systems, and equipment running at full power from open to close, companies are now letting software decide when to ramp energy up and down. For some businesses, this alone cuts thousands, sometimes millions, off annual bills. Another growing strategy is on-site power generation. Solar panels on rooftops, small wind installations on large properties, backup generators that double as peak shaving devices, and even microgrids are gaining popularity. Companies aren't doing this to look green. They're doing it to protect themselves. When grid power becomes more expensive or unreliable, producing even part of their own electricity gives them stability and control. But the biggest shift is happening behind the scenes in long-term contracts. More companies are signing multi-year power purchase agreements with energy providers, locking in predictable rates and shielding themselves from volatility. Just as businesses lock in material prices and supplier contracts, they're now locking in energy because the price swings have become too unpredictable to ignore. Data centers deserve special attention in this energy conversation. As cloud computing, streaming, automation, and AI grow, data centers have become enormous energy consumers. They're upgrading cooling systems, optimizing server loads, and experimenting with alternative fuels. Some are even relocating to regions with lower-cost power or partnering with utilities to build dedicated infrastructure. The cost of running servers is directly shaping where and how digital services expand. Retailers are changing too. Many major chains are replacing traditional refrigeration systems with energy-efficient alternatives, retrofitting stores with advanced insulation, and switching to LED lighting across all locations. A single store might save only a small amount, but a company with thousands of stores can save tens of millions over time. Even offices are adapting. Hybrid work reduced energy usage for some buildings, but it also created inefficiencies for others. With fewer people in the office on a daily basis, companies are redesigning floor plans, shutting down unused zones, and upgrading outdated building systems that previously ran at full capacity regardless of occupancy. And transportation is another major factor. As fuel costs remain unpredictable, companies are shifting toward more efficient fleets, route optimization software, and in some cases, electric vehicles. But EVs come with their own challenge: higher electricity consumption. That's why many firms using electric fleets are also investing in on-site chargers paired with solar or battery storage to reduce the operational cost. One of the most important parts of this new energy strategy is resilience planning. Storms, heat waves, and grid instability are becoming more common, and outages can cost companies millions in lost production. Businesses are now building backup systems, creating emergency power plans, and in some cases constructing on-site batteries that store excess energy to keep operations running when the grid goes down. All of these changes share a common thread. Companies don't expect energy to get cheaper anytime soon. They're acting based on a future where electricity demand continues rising, supply remains tight, and price spikes become normal. This isn't about reacting to short-term pain. It's about transforming operations for the long term. What's especially interesting is how this shift affects competitiveness. The companies that upgrade early, adopt efficient systems, and secure stable energy contracts will have a clear advantage in the next decade. Those who delay will pay more, operate less efficiently, and struggle with volatility. Energy strategy is becoming a new dividing line between strong and weak performers. Looking ahead, corporate America's relationship with energy is going to get even more complicated. The push toward AI, automation, and digital workflows increases electricity demand. The push towards sustainability increases the need for better systems. And the challenges facing the national grid increase the pressure on companies to find their own solutions. But one thing is certain. Businesses that treat energy as a strategic priority, not an afterthought, will be far better positioned in a world where power costs shape everything from pricing to expansion to profitability. Energy is no longer just a utility bill, it's a business strategy. And American companies are rewriting that strategy in real time.